Okay. Okay. So let's start, Shifa. So first of all, let's just start with introduction. So just introduce yourself to me, like about. Of course, we are going to start economics, right? So just tell me,
Yeah.
like, how do you want to start? Like, how much syllabus you have done, and what's the status of economics? Like, how what do you think about economics?
Economics, it's fine. It's a little hard, but then if you like, you can't exactly by heart everything. It's very hard because for like I'm done with my half yearlies. So for my half yearlies, there was like a lot of syllabus. Half of the portion was there. So I studied everything, but then you can't like remember everything. So I kind of messed up.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, we're done with half of the portion.
Yeah, because economics is something, there is a strategy. You cannot remember everything in the exam hall, definitely, right? We have lots of subjects. It's not about only economics, it's about all many subjects, right? So there is a strategy. If you are remembering something, you should relate it with the daily life. Okay, so that whenever the question will be in the exam hall, you will be like, okay, this question, that means the example related to your life. So that would be easy. Shifa, if you want, you can switch off your camera. I think that will be fine for you. Yeah. Okay. So basically, economics, like, it's a vast subject, right? And also, like, when you study economics, it's about you have to relate things, right? Theory, numericals, everything, they have their own place. Okay. So you have to adjust lots of things. You have to remember lots of things, right? So you are done with your half yearly. So what was your syllabus like? How much portion you have done till now?
It was exactly half of both the subjects.
Okay. Okay. So Sifa, as per the counselor, you want a batch class, right? So is it possible for you to take a batch class at I guess 9 p.m. IST? Is it possible for you?
Oh no, actually, I don't think so. 9 is fine.
Okay. You are from,
Yeah.
like, where you belong?
I'm from Udaipur, Rajasthan.
Okay. Okay. So 9
Yeah.
p.m. IST will be late for you, right?
Yeah, I will be really late. Yeah.
Okay. So any other preferred time? Like, is this fine? This one is fine, right?
Yeah, this one is fine. What other time periods are there?
Actually, I have two batches. One is 8 to 9, but 8 to 9, I am totally going different. Like, the syllabus pattern is going totally different. And the other batches, 9 to 10, which I'm taking. Others, I take 1-to-1 classes. So, I'm taking the 9 o'clock batch because from tomorrow itself, I'll be starting the new chapter. So, I was thinking if you can shift to that so that we can, it will be a fresh start for you as well. Plus, you will be, added to a batch itself because you want batch class. So, but no problem, as
Yeah.
you can, like, yeah, it would be easy for you to, attend the classes as 9. So, not a problem for that. We'll just adjust it. I'll just have a word with counselor and let's just decide, like, what happens. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Or,
Thank you.
yeah, no problem. Okay. So basically, I think if your half yearly are done, so basically we'll be starting with the fresh, because in exam you will be getting each and everything, no matter whether you are done with your half yearly or not. Okay. So what do you? So today I'll be discussing the syllabus, and by tomorrow I'll just have a word with counselor, like how we are going to take our classes, and then we'll continue. Okay. So today, first of all, this is an introduction class. So we will be discussing the syllabus because, according to me, if you are starting any subject, your syllabus knowledge should be very important. Why? Because if you are going to appear for an exam, if you are not aware of the syllabus, like what you are going to study and for which chapter you need to focus more, then it's of no use, right?
Yeah.
So today we'll just discuss the syllabus, and from next class itself, we'll just start with the, like, I was planning to start with the money and banking chapter. So is it fine if I start with money and banking?
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine.
Right? Yeah. So we'll
We
just start.
started that in school too. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll start with money and banking, and but today I'll just we'll just start with the syllabus portion. Okay.
Okay. Fine. Yeah.
So basically, Shifa, we have two books, right? One is macro and
Yeah.
one is Indian economic development. See, if you
Yeah.
want to score very well in macro, then you have to follow different strategy, right? But if you want to score very good in Indian economic development, then you have to follow the different strategy, because with every chapter there is a demand. right? Every chapter is different, and every chapter needs to be needs a different criteria to be understood, right? So I'll just explain you the overview, like what the syllabus is all about and how we are going to score well in each and every unit. Okay, so as you can see, the
Okay.
very first, yeah, as you can see, the very first book is macroeconomics, right? So first chapter is national income and related aggregate. Okay, if you're going to study macroeconomics, you need four things. First, concept, then theory portion, then your numerical portion, and then your diagrammatic representation, that is your graph and all that. Okay. If you can excel in all these 4 points, like if your concepts are clear, your theory portion is clear, your numericals are good, and your representation is good, then nobody can score you, nobody can stop you from scoring very well in macroeconomics. This is the demand of macroeconomics. See, in few chapter, theory and concept will be needed. In few chapter, numerical and representation will be needed. In few chapter, all the 4 points will be needed. So we'll discuss like which chapter or which unit demands what. Okay. As you can see, the first chapter is national income and the related aggregates. So it's this chapter is all about numericals and the theory, right? Numerical, theory, concept. These are the like three things you need, right? If you are good in numericals, you are good in theory and the concepts, then nobody can stop you from scoring 10 on 10 in this chapter. Numerical portion, you have to focus like 60 to 70%, 70% I would say will be numerical portion. So your numerical part should be very good. You should be, of course, I'm not saying you should be very good. Of course, we will be learning. Whatever I'll be teaching you, you will be learning it. And once you are done, of course, your theory portion plus the numerical portion will be good, right? Nobody comes from birth like you are not a genius, right? We by practice we makes everything possible. So this is what we'll be doing. And what I want you to like convey is that for this chapter numerical, you have to focus more on numerical as compared to representation and the theory. You need to focus more on numerical, and if you do so, you'll be getting 10 on 10 for the student. Okay. Next is money and banking. In this chapter, definitely we are going to study like what the money is, types of money, and how money is created, and about banking sector, like what are the different types of banks, and what are the terms used by bank, how bank takes loans. Everything we'll be discussing in money and banking unit. Okay. Then money and banking in this chapter you'll be getting 40%. You can say like not 40%, 20 to 30% numerical, like few numerical things, 20 to 30%, and rest will be your concept and your theory. So if you want to score 6 on 6, this unit is one of the easiest units. Nothing, no complication, nothing. You just have to learn. You just have to remember, right? You are not going to write anything. For example, you know what is money. You are not going to write whatever you are thinking. You have to write economic sum. You have to write everything which is related to fact. Every statement should be very up to the mark. It should not be a theory one, right? So this unit is very much easy. If you will be focusing on this unit, definitely nobody can stop you from scoring 6 on 6. So very interesting unit. Plus, you don't have to put more efforts. You just have to give 50%, 60, 70, 80%, and easily you can score good. Okay. Next is determination of income and employment. This is the highest you can say scoring chapter unit. Why? Because here you'll need theory, concept, numerical, plus the representation. Like everything, whatever you will be doing, you have to express that thing with the help of numerical and the numerical plus the diagrammatic representation. So this unit is the highest weightage. Why? Because all the 4 points are need. You need to be very good in all the 4 concepts. That's only then you can score 12 on 12 for this unit. Okay. Next is government budget and the economy. See, whenever we go somewhere, for example, it's my birthday tomorrow. So if it's my birthday, I'll be making a budget that okay, this is my budget planning and all that. So of course, a country is ruled by government. So government also have to make some budget, how they are going to rule the country, how they are going to run the country, right? So the government budget and the economy over here, you'll be getting 40 to 40% numerical, and the rest will be theory and concept. Okay. Here you need to remember few terms. There are little the terms are little bit confusing, but you can easily cope it up. Like if I'll just tell you that I will introduce the terms, and after that if you'll recall the things, if you'll revise the things again and again, then it's going to be very easy, right? But concept should be very much clear for this topic, because questions comes directly from this from this unit, and somewhere if your concepts are not clear, you cannot answer that. So concept clearation should be very good, and 40% will be your numerical portion. And the for government budget, numerical portion is very easy. Like you just have to remember 3 or 4 formula, and you can solve each and every question for government budget. Okay. and this is for 6 marks. And balance of payment, what is balance of payment? See, whatever you are doing, whether you are giving something or whether you are taking something, exporting or importing, right? There should be a balance. Your export should not be high, your import should not be high. There should be a balance. So everything will be doing balance of payment. And here also 40% you will get numerical and rest is concept and theory. So same weightage is there, 6 to 6. Okay. So this is how you are going to study your macroeconomics. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any query for macroeconomics part?
No.
Okay, great. Okay,
Yeah.
next. Yeah, okay. Next one is your Indian economic development, right? So Indian economic development is basically the theory one. Theory and concept. No numerical, nothing. You just have to remember theory. You just have to remember the concept. See, sometimes students think that this is going to be very easy. As because whatever I'll be telling you, it will be a story, right? But remember, this is your economic subject. This is not your literature subject. This is a theory subject. Instead of literature, there's a difference between literature and theory, right? Whatever you will be writing, it should be conceptual. It should be factual, right? You don't have to write anything. You are not going to write a story that, okay, this happened, that happened, like that. No. Whatever you are writing, your statement should be factual. That depends, like you have to introduce fact, you have to add fact, the concept, whatever you are writing, whether you are answering any question, you have to add the fact, data, everything, right? There's a difference. That's why it's not a literature subject. Sometimes students, they are well aware that what their entire story, they are aware, okay, this happened, that happened, because in this book you are only going to learn the story. But how you're going to present it, how you're going to write it, that will make a difference. It doesn't matter whether you write 5 pages or 6 pages of answer. No, if you are not writing the fact, if you are not writing the concept, then you will not be getting the, for example, if the question is for 3 marks, you'll be getting 1 marks or 1.5 or 2. You won't be getting 3 on 3. So if you want to score 3 on 3 for each and every question, then you have to learn fact, you have to add concept whenever you are writing the answer, right? So this unit is
Yeah.
this book is divided into 3 units, and some, like in many book it is divided into 4 units. Like first is development experience 1947 to 1990, first unit, and second one is economic reform. Somewhere it is like they have combined it, so it depends on books to books, no matter. Okay, so over here,
Okay.
what we are going to study for the first unit, we are going to study. See, India was under Britishers, right? So Britishers used to rule India. They ruled India for so many years. So when India got independence, what was the condition of India? Indian economy was, of course, whenever we are under someone, they treat us as like a slave, right? So our condition won't be that much good. So what was the condition of India or development experience? How slowly and slowly India started developing. Plus, if you want to grow, you have to introduce few reform. Reform is form, you are already formed, but again forming. We were in a good condition. Britishers came, like in for Indians, Britishers came and they ruined us, and now we are reforming again. We are forming, so that is known as reform. Okay, so
Yeah.
everything we'll be studying, like what was the condition of India before Britishers, during Britishers, and after the Britishers, and how slowly and slowly India developed itself. What about the economics reform? Everything we'll be studying here, and this unit is for 12 marks. Okay. Next
Yeah.
one is current challenges facing Indian economy. Okay, we discussed what was the problems, how India overcome everything we did. But currently also Indian economy is facing lots of issues like poverty, infrastructure problem, lots of things. So we'll study about current challenges like the present day challenges, and there are lots of challenges. So we'll study one by one each and every challenge in deep. And this unit is, like you can say, highest, say you get off 20 marks. So if you study this unit in a good way, then nobody can stop you from 21, right? And
Yeah.
next, the last one is development experience. Now, what is development experience? See, once you develop now, there is a comparison. Once you get your mark, once you'll be getting your marks, there will be a comparison that your brother got this, your cousin got this, your neighbors got this marks, or your friends got this marks. There is a comparison, right? So India was developing slowly and slowly. So there was a comparison. And with whom we compared India? We compared India with the neighbors like China, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Pakistan. We compared India. We'll be comparing Indian economy with its neighbor because there is a comparison, right? So
Yeah.
we'll be studying like how India developed, like what was India and how they are developing and how India is developing. So we'll compare it with the neighbors. And this unit is just for 8 marks. Okay, so this is will be for 40 marks. So 40 for macro and 40 for Indian economy development. And rest your 20 marks will be a project. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically 100 and 100, like project work will be given to you by your school, and they'll be providing you that, and you have to like do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, this was the thing, and we will be starting with money and banking with it, right? So money and banking will be starting with like first. I have divided this chapter in two parts: money and banking. Money will be doing differently, and banking will be doing differently, right? Though it's an entire unit, but because I don't want to pressurize students, that's why I've divided in two chapters: money, the different one, and the banking, the different. Okay. So, Shifa, what you can do, you can take the screenshot of this. Though I don't believe in screenshots, whatever I'll be teaching, I'll be, asking you to make notes in the class. So, from in our next class, I'll be starting with money and banking. So, I'm expecting you that you have to write this in your first page, because syllabus should be on your first page. And from next class onwards, I don't believe in screenshot. I never ask student to take screenshot, because right now this is the introduction class, and there was a network issue in the starting. That's why I'm asking you to take screenshot. But from next class, bring your notebook, and we'll be starting with money and banking, and I'll be asking you to make notes in the class itself, because whenever you are coming to the class, the only thing is that you should come with the motive that you are going to learn something. It's not coming to class, taking screenshot, making notes, that's it. No. If you are coming to the class, you should, your motive should be that I'm going to learn things in the class. So that after the class, for example, I taught you money and the what is money and what are the functions of money. After the class, if someone will ask you what is money and what are the functions, you should be confident enough to answer. This is my motive. If I'm teaching someone, I'll make him or her that much confident that okay, no matter what, if someone will ask you the question related to the topic we covered in class, you should be confident. Okay, so you should come with the motive that if you are coming to my class, your main motive should be that you are going to learn in the class. And your main motive should be how you're going to remember in your upcoming exam. Right now, you're going to learn each and everything. You will be like, okay, ma'am, I'm getting everything. But in exam hall, the main thing is how to recall things. So this is what I'll be doing. I'll be helping you with that also, that how you're going to recall these terms in your exam. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So you can take the screenshot for this, and we'll meet in the next class. So, and then of course, this was an introduction class. So if you want to share any feedback, like, ma'am, I want you to teach me like this or anything, you can let me know.
Yes, ma'am. No, there's nothing like that.
Okay, so basically, I
Yeah.
didn't taught you today. So in our next class, I'll be teaching you definitely. So we'll be doing that. Okay.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
I hope you took the screenshot, right?
Yes, ma'am, I took a screenshot.
Okay.